obviously you need to take it seriously and do the kinds of things that the CDC and the Department of Homeland Security are doing. But this is not a major threat for the people in the United States, and this is not something that the citizens of the United States right now should be worried about.
Fabulous.
Have you been briefed by the CDC?
I have.
Are there words about a pandemic at this point?
No, we're not at all, and we have it totally under control. It's one person coming in from China, and we have it under control. It's going to be just fine.
What do you say to Americans how they can protect themselves?
Right now, they don't need to do anything other than what they would normally do with the flu. We're in the middle of a flu season, so if you treat this how you handle yourself, wash your hands frequently if you can.
Now, the virus that we're talking about having to do, a lot of people think that goes away in April with the heat, as the heat comes in. Typically, that will go away in April. We're in great shape, though. We have 11 cases, and many of them are in good shape now.
We do have in the Strategic National Stockpile ventilators, we have masks, we have...
Enough?
Well, of course not, or we wouldn't be asking for a supplemental to seek more money to procure more of that for this circumstance. This is an unprecedented, potential severe health challenge globally, and will require these additional measures.
When you have 15 people, and the 15 within a couple of days is going to be down to close to zero, that's a pretty good job we've done. It's going to disappear. One day it's like a miracle. It will disappear. And from our shores, it could get worse before it gets better. It could maybe go away. We'll see what happens. Nobody really knows.
The virus is not going to sink the American economy. What is or could sink the American economy is the socialism coming from our friends on the other side of the aisle. That's the biggest fear that I have today.
And this is their new hoax. But, we did something that's been pretty amazing. We're 15 people in this massive country. And because of the fact that we went early, we could have had a lot more than that. We're doing great. And so far, we have lost nobody to coronavirus in the United States. Nobody.
From day one, this is what we predicted. This is what we expected. The risk to any average American is low from the novel coronavirus. The risk remains low thanks to the unprecedented actions President Trump has taken and the actions he's announcing today.
The reality is today that the risk of the coronavirus to the average American remains low.
Just stay calm. It will go away. We want to protect our shipping industry, our cruise industry, cruise ships. We want to protect our airline industry, very important. But everybody has to be vigilant and has to be careful. But be calm. It's really working out. And a lot of good things are going to happen.
If we are complacent and don't do really aggressive containment and mitigation, the number could go way up and be involved in many, many millions.
No, I don't take responsibility at all because we were given a set of circumstances and we were given rules, regulations, and specifications from a different time. Wasn't meant for this kind of an event with the kind of numbers that we're talking about.
You don't want to make a pronouncement that no one should ever go into a restaurant. I think that might be overkill right now, but everything is on the table. It may come to the situation where we strongly recommend. Right now, myself personally, I wouldn't go to a restaurant.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate your response to this crisis?
I'd rate it a 10. I think we've done a great job. I've always known this is a pandemic. I felt it was a pandemic long before it was called a pandemic. All you had to do is look at other countries. I think now it's in almost 120 countries all over the world. No, I've always viewed it as very seriously.
We have great concerns when you look at the model. As I told you, look at the Chris Murray model, where he shows a rapid escalation, and you can see it happening with the people we're losing every day throughout America. And you can see it going up, just like cases. And we're starting to lose people at the same rate, and we have deep concerns about that.
I'm a cheerleader for this country. I don't want to create havoc and shock and everything else, but I'm not going to go out and start screaming, this could happen, this could happen. I want to get it open as soon as possible. This country was meant to be open and vibrant and great, not where people are, staying and.
Are you determined?
I'm not. I would love to open it. I'm not determined anything. The facts are going to determine what I do.